Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragonwing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP and Chat. WIP stands for work in progress, as you see here, and Chat, I'm just going to talk to you a bit about my week. But instead of doing my week, I'm actually going to do something a little different today. So first off, I want to say I am so sorry that this is getting up so late today. So funny story, I had planned to record today, Wednesday, during Sydney's nap. Well, I totally forgot that today was a half day of school for the boys, so yeah, they've been home. So I didn't get the chance to sit and record until after they went to bed, so here we are. So what I'm going to do today, it's going to be a shorter WIP and Chat, and in reality, nothing exciting happened this week. It's just been like, I mean, the most exciting thing was Sydney kept me up till 4:30 in the morning this morning. Like, it's been a quiet week. So what I decided to do instead, in the honor, I guess, yeah, the honor of Stoke Your Dragon Fire, I decided that I am going to read some fun little dragon facts. So that's what we'll be doing today. We'll be doing some dragon facts. I will pull for my 2 winners this week, and I will we'll do the giveaway for the upcoming week. So, but first things first, got to do our standard. So I am, of course, working on Empress. As you can see, I am in the last 2 rows of this. I did slow down because I wanted to focus my Mermaids and Magic canvas a little bit more. And actually, I've gotten that one to a similar point as well, where I'm down to the last 2 rows. But here is the full art. This is Empress by Anne Stokes. And I gotta say, this kit is absolutely stunning. Like, I am loving every little minute of it. I did add a little bit of enhancements to it. I don't know if you can see like right in here, but I did add some, their metallic blue sparklers to it. And unfortunately I ran out, so I won't be able to do like the entire wings, but I was able to do the bottom portion of the wings. So I think it'll balance out well. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. So what am I working with? So I got, we got Captivating Culk from Sports Designs by Abigail Marie. This is the Ice Blaster. This is one of her 3 scents that she came out with for Year of the Dragon. We are working with Dragon's Blood Wee Wax, which I absolutely love this. Love it. Set these up to the side. I'm also working with Oh Snap Glue Dots Oh Snap Dots from Oh Snap Crafters Cafe. I love it. I absolutely love these. I'm actually going to be doing a little how do I load my pen with these at some point because a couple of friends asked for that. I'm also using my event tray from Bijou Bliss. That just happened. So yeah, got my beautiful event tray from Bijou Bliss. And we are working with these 2 pens. So this one was a Cocoon blank that I purchased and sent to Enabler's Outpost to turn. And this is a pen from Enabler's Outpost. And then of course our cover minders, we have this cute little dragon from Sports Designs. And we have this fun little Be a Book Dragon in a World of Bookworms from Galloway's Gallery. And then of course my washi tape is from Amanda Michelle Designs. So that's everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna scoot these over just a wee bit. They're mostly just decoration for this section today. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this open, and as I'm doing that, I hope you guys are all having a fantastic week. Yeah, like I said, mine's been pretty uneventful, so really not much to talk about. Daylight savings is still kicking our butts over here. Sydney's still like not napping, and then she fights sleep, and like the night, like last night was the first night she actually fell asleep like she was supposed to on time, and yeah, she ended up just waking up at like, I want to say 1 o'clock or something like that, and all the way, it took until 4:30 to get her to actually settle, so that was a pain in my butt. Okay, we're gonna start with this color. So yeah, we're gonna get into this. We got some color for once. I did not just leave you guys with just 310 like I did previously. So yeah, finally you guys can see some color on this. It's all gonna be blues and a little bit of 310, just a little bit. So yeah, like I said, nothing too exciting this week. Just kind of been focused on the baby girl because, you know, she's been she's been quite needy this week with the lack of sleep and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, let's get into our dragon trivia, because that's where the real fun is at. So I pulled a couple of websites. The first one only has 7 facts, I think it is, and then the other one I pulled has more. So I'll start off with the one that's 7, and then we'll go to the longer one, just because I think it's fun. And when I was reading over the 7 facts, I was kind of giggling a little bit with them because they were pretty silly. So first up, our first brain. Okay, our first dragon fact is baby dragons have their own name. Just like baby sheep are called a lamb, a baby dragon has its own special, it's called a hatchling. Many people believe that baby dragons are called dragonettes, but this is a misconception. A dragonette is the word for a small dragon, just like a pony is a word for a small horse. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here actually so I can be into the microphone so I'm not like... Okay, so yeah, baby dragons are called hatchlings. That's an interesting little fact. I actually didn't consider that, which, I mean, it makes sense because they do hatch from eggs, which I'm pretty sure there are eggs on this kit too. So yeah. Number 2 says the best way to kill a dragon is with a lance. Interesting. So let's see what it says about that. In Chinese folklore, you wouldn't want to kill a dragon at all because they're considered to bring good luck. But in European lore, they're often portrayed as evil monsters. The best way to kill a dragon, according to Western takes, is to throw a lance into its mouth because that's the only part unprotected by scales. I mean, that does make sense because the dragon scales are very tough. I know many games where you craft dragon scale armor and it's the best armor in the game. So yeah. I like how that one gave us 2 takes on it. The Chinese with, no, don't kill them, they're lucky, and the European of, nah, they're evil, bro. Okay. So fact number 3, dragons couldn't always fly. In Roman and medieval literature, dragons couldn't fly. Instead, they dropped out of trees onto people's heads. Pliny the Elder, who wrote the world's first encyclopedia, Notes of Dragons. Oh gosh, I don't know how to say that word. The Iculus, a type of early dragon, throws itself from the branches of trees. Dragons are dangerous not only to the feet, but also fly like a missile from a catapult. Oh. Okay, I put my hand down here to pet the dog, and I found a cat and a dog. Here we go. That's kind of funny. Like, wouldn't it be funnier if gravity was not Newton having an apple fall on his head, but having a dragon fall on his head? I feel like that would have made it more interesting. Okay. Number 4, Saint Margaret of Antioch was swallowed by a dragon. In Christian folklore, Saint Margaret of Antioch was imprisoned for her Christian beliefs and was swallowed by Satan in the guise of a dragon. However, his stomach rejected her and she was let out unharmed. See, even dragons are in Christian literature too. It's interesting. It's amazing how far the mythos of dragon actually extends. But I think there was another fact, I don't know if it was on this list or the other one, but I know there's another fact that did touch on the dragon mythos and a possibility as to why multiple cultures had that. So we'll get there. We shall get there. Okay. Number 5. The dragon is on, oh gosh, Ljubljana's coat of arms. I don't know how to pronounce it. So it looks like the capital of Slovenia has a dragon on its coat of arms. The story goes that when the Greek hero Jason was returning from his quest to capture the Golden Fleece, he slew a dragon there. Good job, Jason. Okay. Number 6. I promise I know how to speak. Okay, let me get some liquid. Okay, in Incan culture, dragons brought change. The Incas, who lived in Peru, called dragons Amaru. and believed they had two heads, one of a llama and one of a puma. They had had supernatural powers and symbolized great change, bringing revolution, rains, or winds. I'm kind of amused by the head of a llama and the head of a puma working together. And then now my mind just goes to Emperor's New Groove. Llama face. So yeah, that's one I didn't even know. I definitely never heard that one before. Okay. Number 7, in China, dragons are auspicious. Unlike European culture, dragons in China are seen as symbols of wealth, power, and leadership. The emperors were believed to be the children of dragons, and many couples try to plan their children to be born in the year of the dragon. Okay, so that's that first list, so that was interesting stuff. And this one was from Dragons and Mythical Beasts. That's the website it's on. So yeah, very interesting stuff. I knew like the emperors of China were always saying like they were descended from dragons because, you know, they are like the most important. They're the head honchos and stuff. Oh my God, Zero. The dog farts so bad. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I've heard that mythos of them believing that they are the children of dragons and stuff. Let me just get these quick. I always hate working at the washi line. There we go. Okay, so we're on to our next one. I don't remember how many are in this one. Oh, 32. So this one will take us a bit. I'll pause kind of in the middle there and we'll do the giveaway stuff. So, okay, it's gonna be trying to diamond paint and do this at the same time. Heck yeah. Okay, so number 1, a dragon, the ultimate evil foil. Okay. A dragon, the ultimate evil foil for a good knight, derives its fire-breathing mouth from medieval depictions of the mouth of hell. The entrance to hell was often depicted as a monster's literal mouth. Okay, so that makes sense because fire-breathing and, you know, you got fiery pits of hell. So that's interesting. Once again, pulling in the Christianity tie into it and connecting dragons to the Christian faith. I find that very interesting. Oh my goodness. It's windy, so you guys might hear Zero boofing a little bit just because he's a little scaredy cat. Yes, he is. Because, you know, the umbrella on our back deck moves and, you know, that scares him. Okay, so number 2. One researcher notes that dragon legends appear in nearly all cultures because humans are universally afraid of snake-like creatures. And when they say all humans, they mean me. But yeah, I am terrified of snakes. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, it's interesting because, you know, I know like the European dragon doesn't look as much like a snake because these ones, they have more bodies to them. But I can definitely say that for like Chinese and Japanese dragons because they have the more serpentine features to them. So yeah. During medieval ages, dragons developed a liking for young women. I'm going to guess that was probably some sort of like fear tactic to get young women to behave. Because that just seems like something that they would do. But yeah. I mean, we know the story is always like the princess locked in the tower with the dragon guarding it. I mean, it's even on Shrek. But yeah, you got to defeat the dragon to get the princess. And so it makes sense. That one makes a lot of sense. Okay, next up, in China, dragons symbolize wealth, power, and leadership. So this one kind of overlaps. We did kind of touch on this one with the first list. So yeah. Once again, seeing the two depictions of dragons. In one sense, we see the evil creature. In the other sense, we see the good luck charms. Oh, and this one is also overlapping. In China, emperors were believed to be descendants of dragons. So yeah. We already discussed that one. Okay, in the 12-animal Chinese zodiac, the 5th year is the year of the dragon. Couples often try to plan their pregnancies to coincide with the year of the dragon. So yeah, I believe we discovered that my stepson Alex is year of the dragon, and Sydney is year of the tiger, which is funny because tigers are my favorite animals, and of course my child was born in the year of the tiger, so yeah, I just thought that was a silly coincidence. But yeah, yeah, we do have one kid that is Year of the Dragon also. Let's see. The Bible mentions a dragon in the book of Revelation, chapters 12 to 14, where he is seen as the devil. The King James translation of the Bible actually mentions dragons at least 35 times. Interesting. Oh, they have a quote here. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Ah, see? So once again, so 35 times. I would not have anticipated the dragons be depicted that many times. That seems like a lot for a mythical creature. So... Oh, okay. I was laughing because I'm like, wait, this one contradicts a bit, but no, it doesn't. I also have a Diamond Art Club ad on this this website. So our next one is a little dragon is called a dragonette. However, in mythology, smaller dragons were often more fierce and deadly than larger ones. Yeah, because, you know, you got the larger ones that are like big and bulky and they can do the damage in the swing, but the smaller ones, they're swift, they're quick. They can get around you quick and surprise you. So, never underestimate the small one. Never, never, never. Okay. Okay. Up next, of all the dragon slayers in literature and mythology, Saint George, the patron saint of Catalonia in England, is the most well known. I honestly would never, I've never heard of him. Although I don't look into dragon slayers. I look into dragons. I don't know, I like when dragons are given a voice and like Fourth Wing. I love Terran. But yeah, so interesting. So St. George is the most common man of dragon slaying. Okay. In European lore, the best weapon for killing a dragon was the lance. The proper way to kill... Okay, this is essentially the same. Okay, so the proper way to kill a dragon was to throw the lance into the dragon's mouth because scales protected the rest of the dragon's body. Makes sense. So, yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's another repeat. So I like the fact we have multiples that are repeating because, you know, it kind of shows the credibility of it. Because, you know, I just kind of pulled something and went, okay, that's good enough. But, yeah. So that's interesting. One of the most iconic dragons in literature is Smaug from J.R.R. Tolkien's classic novel, The Hobbit. Yep. I was actually kind of curious, and I meant to look it up, but I was wondering, like, the first dragon to show up in novels. Like, I did a presentation on fantasy works and stuff like that, and I know I want to say it was a Lord of the Rings novel. It was like one of the first prize-winning fantasy novels. So I'm curious, like, which one actually depicted the first dragon. It could have been The Hobbit. You never know. Okay. Historians believe dragon mythologies evolved independently in Europe and China. I do remember hearing that because I don't know if anybody remembers this, but a couple years ago, or not a couple years, but many years ago, when I was younger, back in the 90s, there was a Discovery Channel show, I want to say, about dragons and like dragons, are they real type thing, and, you know, just the main question of like, or the main like argument that they could have been real was the fact that all these cultures at different points that didn't interact with one another had a type of dragon in their mythos. So like that kind of thinking was very intriguing to me, because it's like, okay, well, that is very true. We do have multiple cultures who didn't have a chance to get in touch with one another, but yet they have this one thing in common. So, you know, it's just, you know, a unique perspective on it. So yeah. Let's see. In many stories, dragon blood often has magical properties. For example, a dragon blood, oh yeah, I know this one. Sorry. Or no. What? That doesn't come from there. Okay, I'll read it. In many stories, dragon blood often has magical properties. For example, dragon blood allows Siegfried in Richard Wagner's The Ring to understand the language of the forest bird. Oh, well, that's a that's a Viking, it's from Viking literature. Like, I don't think if Richard Wagner wrote that, but I do remember, like, we did read the story of Siegfried, and there's two of them. Yeah, I remember we did read the story of Siegfried in my Viking literature class I took a couple semesters ago, and it was like the fall semester, actually, right? Or spring, I don't remember. No, spring. But yeah, we did read that story, and yeah, so Siegfried was tricked into killing this dragon, and then as he was preparing the heart, he like pricked himself with the knife that he was using, and so he like lifted it up to his mouth, and he like ingested some of the blood, and the that gave him the ability to hear the birds talking, and the birds warned him that the person that he slew the dragon for was about to turn around and stab him in the back. So yeah, that legend actually comes from Viking lore initially. So nice try there, buddy. Okay. Dragons often appear in medieval fantasy literature rather than in the more technology-oriented sci-fi world. Yes, I would definitely agree with that. And honestly, that's my preference. I'm weird. I don't know. Oh, I guess I'm weird. But I like my fantasy to be fantasy. And that's like one of the problems, like one of the issues I have with like the Crescent City books. Like, I think they're like the bit I've read of it is good. I am enjoying the story, but it is bugging me that we're dealing with magical beings and fae with cell phones. Like, that doesn't make me happy. So, but yeah, so I'm okay with my dragons remaining in the fantasy world and out of the sci-fi world. Let's see. In the Harry Potter universe, the heartstring of a dragon can be used as the core of a wand, which, yeah, I knew that. I actually think, because, you know, they have all those quizzes on Pottermore and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure mine was my wand was dragon heartstring. I want to say that is what mine was deemed as. So, yeah. Give it a couple more minutes. Okay, up next. In mythology, a female dragon is called a Dracania, which is the feminine form of the ancient Greek word for dragon, drakon. I did not know there was gender terms for the dragons, too. And, of course, it's Greek. So, yeah, that's an interesting fact. So, in this one, Empress, she would be a Draconia. Excuse me. Okay, up next. In early dragon literature, before flying became popular, dragons would drop out of trees onto people's heads. Yeah, we covered that one already. And once again, gravity would have been the discovery of gravity would have been so much funnier if it was a dragon falling on Newton's head. See, now I can't stop picturing it. So that's gonna be canon for me now. Sorry, Newton, you got hit by a dragon, not an apple. I think that was just too comical. Oh, this is another. Oh, this one actually adds on to it. Cool. So, in medieval folklore, Saint Margaret of Antioch was imprisoned for her Christian beliefs. In prison, a dragon swallowed her, but according to legend, God helped her burst out of the dragon's stomach, killing it. She then later became the patron saint of childbirth. Okay. So that added a little bit more on than what we had before. So yeah, before we just had the fact that, you know, she survived and got out of the stomach. But yeah, so here this says that God is the one who saved her and then turned her into a patron saint afterwards. So interesting. So what is it about getting eaten by a dragon that inspires fertility? Although at the same time, I mean, wealth, good fortune, I guess, you know, it kind of ties to other legends we have. So, okay. I can see it. And once again, just seeing the similarities between... Okay, I'll do this one next. Ah! You can tell I dealt with static. Dryer sheets. Okay, get in there. Okay. Okay, so... 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 Okay, The word dragon comes from the ancient Greek word drakonata, meaning to watch or to see. The root may refer to a dragon's reputation for guarding treasure, either real or metaphorical. Yep, because we all know about dragon hoards. And I really need to say that I'm very disappointed in myself that I did not think about calling my stash a dragon hoard first. Like, you think that would have been something I would have thought of, but no, Elisa beat me to it. And I was like so disappointed I didn't think of it. And I'm like, man, you're such a bad dragon lover for not thinking of that. So yeah, Elisa came up with the idea of of your stash becoming a dragon hoard. And I'm here for it. So yeah. And we all know how the dragons like to hoard their treasures, just like I like to hoard my diamond painting. Well, I don't hoard them, but you know, I like my diamond paintings. Maybe I do hoard them a little. Okay. Up next, we got China is the home to most places named after dragons, which would make sense because, you know, if you want a place to do well, then you want it to be a dragon place. So, okay, so here we are. I'm going to announce some winners, and then we'll talk about this week's giveaway. So, up first, we are pulling for a WeWax, so take a look at the screen here. Congratulations to our winner. I will message Laura, and she mailed out her last winners last week, so I imagine she'll probably put yours in the mail again this week. And then up next, we have a $15 gift card to DP with Sparklers. So take a look at the screen. Winner number 2, congratulations. You will receive well, by the time you see this, you'll probably already have received it, but you'll receive a message from me on Instagram with your gift card information. So yay, congratulations to our winners. And this week, what do we have to give away? Once again, Laura has been so gracious. She actually gave us WeWax for every single week. So here we go. You're going to have another chance to get your hands on some Dragon's Blood WeWax. And then the other thing that we'll have up for grabs is some captivating caulk from Swartz Designs by Abigail Marie. She made this absolutely beautiful gold captivating caulk, which if you're interested in seeing it, check out my small shop haul that I did. And you'll see me unbox some of it in there because she gave me a little piece too. So yeah, so we'll have captivating caulk, and we'll have some WeWax up for, oh yeah, and along with the caulk, you also will get a little 3D printed heart-shaped tray, because Abigail has started doing 3D printed stuff now, so that's fun. So yeah, these are the 2 things you can look forward to in your, for the giveaway this week. And what word should we put in? Let's keep with the dragon theme, and I'm going to do the word wing, W-I-N-G, like dragon wings. So use that word wing in a sentence down below. Do not comment giveaway, prize, any of that stuff. That comment will be deleted because we don't want trolls here. And if you have already filled out the weekly giveaway form, you're good to go. You do not need to fill it out again. If you want to take part in the weekly giveaways, please make sure you fill out that Google form. It is posted down below in the in the description box. And I know I said last week I was going to get the the grand prize form up, but unfortunately I got distracted. So I will definitely get that up this week though, because I know a lot of people are finishing, and we're moving into the end. Like, guys, next week is like the last full week of March. So yeah, very exciting. So I'll get that posted soon. But yeah, if you already filled out that form, you're good. If not, make sure you do so. Okay, so yeah, good, awesome. So now we can get back to it. So where was I? Oh yeah, on to our next fact. In the Harry Potter world, a wizard or a witch who trades and sells dragon eggs is called a dragon dealer. The practice is illegal. So yeah, anybody who has seen Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, you would know about this one actually, because it's right there. Hagrid gets that little dragon egg with Norbert in it. Little Norbert. And, you know, because Hagrid's always wanted a dragon. He loves dragons. So he gets this dragon egg, and yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't get to keep the dragon because, you know, a school full of kids, you can't exactly have a a fire-breathing creature, but he gets to go off to Romania to live with a bunch of dragon tamers and stuff like that, and dragon breeders. So yeah, I know a lot about Harry Potter too, so. Okay, up next we got ancient discoveries of dinosaur bones have led people to believe in dragons. Makes sense because, you know, we got some wings of dinosaurs that look like dragons and like the body, like the make and stuff like that. So it's easy to see, like, you know, no, it's not a dinosaur, that's a dragon. And I will admit there have been times where I've accidentally said dinosaur when I meant to say dragon. So it makes sense. So what do we got? Since the 600s AD, the red dragon has been a symbol of Wales. Historically, the greatest Welsh warriors were dubbed Pendragon, meaning dragon head or leader. And if anybody knows, this is my own fact throwing in, but if anybody knows King Arthur and his tales, his line was the Pendragon line as well. Yeah. So yeah. And yeah, I know, like, I believe it's like the flag of Wales has the red dragon on it. Yeah, just want to get these two on there. Let me do it. Thank you. Okay. Dragons from Eastern cultures are more often depicted as kind, wise, and benevolent. Dragons from Western cultures typically are fire-breathing, evil, and symbolic of the battle between good and evil. So yeah. Yeah, because the Chinese, they said, like, or Chinese and Japanese, they said, yeah, dragons are good. And then, of course, we got Europeans that are like, no, they're not good. They capture women and lock them in towers. Or in Hagrid's minds, they're just misunderstood creatures. Yeah, that's right. I'm a nerd. Oh, we got some Game of Thrones trivia in here, or information now. In Game of Thrones, dragons never stop growing as long as they live. However, caging a dragon stunts its growth and may even make it shrink. Okay. Yeah, I know there was one season where Dany's dragons get locked up on her. And I know she was not happy about that. Not happy at all. But I never would have thought, like, I mean, that's an interesting lore to put in there, because I don't think I've heard of that being put anywhere else. Which, you know, when you're writing a fantasy novel, it's hard to come up with new stuff because so many other people did it. And, you know, you got to follow the rules of the world and stuff like that. But, you know, using a dragon's magic, that's smart. Let's see. Some Viking longships had carvings of dragon heads on their prows. The Vikings called these ships Drakkar or dragon ships. Yep. I know a lot of, like, TV shows and stuff like that. You see those ships kind of like look like a serpentine head, but it's the head of a dragon. Yeah. Don't want to see that coming at you to plunder. Let's see. Red color stones are sometimes called dragon stones because they were believed to be hardened lumps of dragon's blood. That's interesting. I never would have thought of, like, I guess, I mean, it makes sense, but I never would have thought of that. Because, you know, you see red stone nowadays, you think, like, oh, it's this type of rock that we learned about in science back in the day. But, yeah, I find that interesting. Like, oh, yeah, it's a dragon's blood. Let me keep it. The Ouroboros, or tail-biting dragon, symbolizes the eternal cycle of life. It is also an important symbol for medieval alchemists. Actually, I'm pretty sure I read about that in my art history course last semester, my final semester. So, yeah. So he's trying to eat his own tail. And then underneath the picture, it says, the tail of the snake is a phallic symbol and the mouth is a womb-like symbol. Okay. Okay. Circle of life. Makes sense. Okay. That ties it together. Okay. Similar to Chinese and Japanese dragons, those of India are usually pictured as giant wingless serpents. The most famous Indian dragon is Krishna, meaning enclosure. It has 3 heads and the body is wrapped around the world. So once again, another depiction of dragon from a different culture. Very interesting. Let's see. Scholars trace the dragon myth to ancient Babylon 4,000 years ago. According to a Babylonian creation myth, Tiamat, a giant sea dragon who was murdered and his body cut in two, creating the sky and earth. From the dragon's blood sprang the first human. Okay, so another creation story with dragons. So yeah, and Tiamat, if anybody plays Dungeons and Dragons, you'll recognize that name as well, because that is actually one of the dragons in Dungeons and Dragons. I remember one time I was playing a character who was, what was it? She was the vassal of Tiamat, I think it was. It's like you got to do all this like pure paladin stuff to get to that point and stuff like that. And then like the entire campaign just turned evil. And I was like, well, I'm not going to stay good if everybody else is going evil. And so then I turned, like, I completely turned to, I went straight blackguard. And my brother's like, well, here we go. It's my brother's cursed D&D campaign. Like, it's the one that he never gets to complete because everybody always goes evil during it. But when you're going after something as powerful as dragon orbs that give you powers from the dragons, yeah, it kind of makes sense that people kind of go evil in it. So, yeah. Okay, so next up we have people who study dragons are called dragonologists. Okay, that makes sense because, you know, most science you just add ologist at the end of it and there you go. So, yep, and our last one, our final dragon fact, we got the name Smog is from Low Germanic meaning to squeeze through a hole. I am not familiar with, or as familiar with the Hobbit story as I am with the rest of Lord of the Rings. I will admit that I'm not a big fan of Lord of the Rings. I went the Harry Potter route, not the Lord of the Rings route. So, I think he lives in a cave, so I guess that would make sense that his name would mean that. So yeah, that's that. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep it nice and short so we can just get this video posted, because, you know, it takes a while to render and post videos and stuff like that when you're done editing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed these random dragon facts. I definitely had fun with them, and I definitely learned some things that I didn't know before. Like, I always just assumed that dragons had a big hole in Christianity, but apparently I was wrong. I find that very interesting that they actually are big there. So yeah, let me know which dragon facts were the most intriguing to you. And also, no, that's about it. Yeah, let me know what dragon facts are most interesting to you down below in comments. I am curious. Was there anything that like surprised you, or like something you didn't expect coming, or anything like that? And yeah, so guys, we're moving into our last full week of March. Like, March ends on not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday. Like, that's insane. So insane to me. So yeah, I have been absolutely loving seeing Instagram full of dragons, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about the slideshow. So when I create the Google form, which I promise will be done within the next couple of days, I 100% promise I will make sure I do it. I've been doing a lot of job stuff this week, so that's why it kind of went to the wayside. But I am going to put a little note on there towards after, or I don't know, some point in the forum, you know, I'm going to have all the basic information and stuff like that. But I'm just going to put a little note on there and says, like, you know, if you are, or I'm going to basically put, like, are you okay with me putting your dragon picture in the slideshow? There you go. Couldn't think of the words I was trying to get out. But yeah, I'm basically going to put that in there. You just check yes or no. If you check no, I will not add your dragon to the slideshow. If you check yes, I will. So yeah, my plan going forward, of course, we got one more WIP and Chat coming with a couple more prizes to give away. And then what I'm going to end up doing, so I'll have the grand prize form. The grand prize form entries will be closed as of April 1st, just because, well, yeah, April 1st. So anybody who finishes your kit and stuff like that, make sure you get that submitted by then. Yeah, I promise I will get it up. But yeah, So we'll do that, and then within like a couple days after April 1st, I will go ahead and draw the grand prize winners. We actually are so fortunate. Like I'm so thankful to my sponsors who have provided us so much great stuff to be able to give away and stuff during this event. So I am excited to say we actually have 2 grand prizes we will be pulling for. 2. So we got some great stuff in there, and we also have some great discount codes, which check out the Google form if you are looking for any discount codes or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just so excited. So yeah, next week I will probably no, probably not. Next week will be the final weekly giveaway, and then I will do a video where I announce what the grand prize is, as well as pull the winners and stuff like that. Should I do it that way? I don't know. I'll decide by next week, but yeah. There we have it. So yeah, that's what we have for my WIP and Chat. I hope you guys enjoyed the random dragon facts. I am glad I thought of the idea of doing that because, like I said, this week was just really quiet and I didn't really have anything to go with. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Like I said, throw me a comment. Let me know which dragon fact interested you the most. And if you're not already subscribed here and you like diamond painting content, please hit that subscribe button down there. And then hit that bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. Generally, WIP and Chats go up on Wednesdays, but other things like small shop hauls, unboxings, those are more random. So you definitely want to hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.